Can you talk about some of the most common problems on campus that you see regarding drinking?
Some of the most common things that we see are vandalism.
Mm-hmm. And what is vandalism?
That's when someone vandalizes or tears something up that belongs to someone else.
Oh, okay.
That's very common. People, they drink and they lose kind of sight of what they're doing, maybe for lack of a better term. But they're out with their friends. This one might break a mirror off of a car, or this one might kick a car in a parking lot, something like that. Those are the most common.
Okay.
But generally, public intoxication, that's something that we see people, stumbling down the sidewalk, take a chance on falling out into the street, depending on how intoxicated they really are.
And so that's illegal to be intoxicated or drunk in public?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How much alcohol can you drink and still be able to drive?
You really shouldn't drink any alcohol and drive. And that can vary from instance to instance. It depends on, when was the last time you ate? Have you taken any medication? What is your general health? How much did you drink? How quickly? So anytime, my advice to anyone is, anytime you're going to drink, have a designated driver.
Okay. And can you talk about a designated driver? What is that term?
That's someone who may go out with you for the evening, or they may take you and drop you and your friends off somewhere, and then when you're ready to come home, call them. They come and get you and bring you back, or get everyone home safely.
Okay.
They do not drink throughout the evening.
Okay.
That is their sole purpose. Usually, larger groups will take turns of being the designated driver.
Kind of rotate through their friends.
Yes.
Who's the designated driver?
Correct. And if everyone's going to drink, maybe having a cab.
Okay.
Pitch in and get a cab ride from one place to another.
Okay. So your advice then is no drinking.
That's my best advice.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You've already addressed a couple of my next questions about terms that you're using, like designated driver, so you answered that question. Can you tell us what a BAC is? I've heard people talk about BAC levels. What is that?
That is the amount of alcohol that is in your blood.
Okay.
And that's how it is measured. We have two ways of measuring the amount of blood that's in, or the amount of alcohol that's in your system. One is through a breath test, and one is through a blood test. In Indiana, we normally offer the breath test first to someone. If it's in the field for a misdemeanor violation, say it's a public intox or minor consuming, we'll test the person to see what their blood alcohol is. The jail will not accept someone above a certain level. So if they're above that level, then we have to first take them to the hospital and get jail clearance for them to be able to go to the jail.
Is that for safety purposes?
That's for safety purposes.
Okay.
And the alcohol poisoning that I talked about earlier.
Right.
That kind of thing. So that's one way. If we have someone who can't take the breath test, then we can take them to the hospital and get a blood test and get a reading there. If they refuse the blood test, we can actually get a warrant from a judge and take the blood that way. Okay.
Another term, can you tell me what an open container law is? What is that?
The open container law essentially is a container of alcohol that's open within a compartment in a vehicle, within the passenger compartment.
In the passenger. So you cannot have open alcohol in the front seat of a car?
Correct.
Okay. But in the trunk, if I'm transporting in the trunk, that's okay, or even in the back seat, that's okay?
You can transport it even in the back seat as long as it's not open.
Okay.
And the driver's 21.
Okay. What if the driver, because it's transporting.
Because it's transporting.
Okay, so no drivers under 21 with alcohol in the car?
Not unless someone in that car is 21.
Okay.
There's three parts to the illegal possession law, which essentially applies to minors, and that is consuming, transporting, and purchasing.
Okay. And then is there any additional information that you think international students need to know about drinking alcohol or drinking and driving or anything pertaining to that topic?
I would say not just international students, anyone new to the university, and especially the international students that are just coming to the United States. They need to know what the alcohol does. Don't just automatically come here and go out for the night and not know where you are or how you're going to get back home or anything like that. Plan for it, drink responsibly, and let somebody know where you are.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and your insight into this very important issue. I appreciate it.
Thank you.